What's up, traders? Matt from the Trade Brigade here doing a technical analysis on ticker symbol NRXP for NRX Pharmaceuticals. On the left-hand side, we have the daily time frame, and on the right-hand side, the 30-minute intraday time frame. First things first, this will, of course, be a bit of an update. The last time we were talking about this stock, it was trading back in that range. Obviously, since then, it has seen some downside developments, but on today's session, big catalyst with some positive news from their drug that is in development led to some positive price activity. So let's go ahead and throw a couple of other key levels on this chart. I would firstly note that today's high was no coincidence, right? It's basically right to this prior pivot low from in here for that dead cat bounce, and then resistance from that upper wick, that tiny little green bar right there as well. So again, no coincidence there. That is going to be the gatekeeper for higher prices, most notably that 14 area of resistance, which was prior support from in here and here, and then resistance right around this area. So that's what I'm watching out for to the upside if we see follow through from today's session. In terms of other intermediate areas, I think the 30-minute will serve us best by taking a closer look at how this move actually developed. Okay, so as always, whenever we get large expansion of range, we like to take out the Fibonacci's, throw them on here from low to high of the move essentially, and just note where some of our critical areas are. Note that the 38.2 is not quite closely aligned with this structure in here, so instead of going with the 38.2, I want to go with those 3 wick touches. Okay, so what I'm going to do is place a level right about here, and again, it's only a difference of about 10 cents, but to me, structure is more important. So I like that as a critical pullback area, and then the line in the sand, I would use this, again, not using the Fibonacci, but kind of going based on structure here, slightly above, again, about 10 cents higher at the 843. Okay, so let me clean this up, talk about some potential scenarios here into the remainder of the week. In an ideal picture-perfect world, this is like rainbows and butterflies here. We put in some sideways consolidation here, take the break up and over 1086 to get us into, make note of the daily 50 SMA, but technically that structural target overhead at $13.88. That would be scenario number 1, picture perfect world. If we do happen to break down underneath 930, it's not the end of the world, but scenario number 2 would of course mean that we need to hold on to 843 and then start putting in higher lows, something like this, and then you can take the break up and over 1086. Technically, if we do get down here, you can be on the lookout for hammer candles that print, indecision dojis that print, basically things that make you question, right? Is this pullback ending? Can we flip long over the highs and then get back up into some of those overhead targets? Underneath this 843, I would not be interested in this at all, noting that we would essentially be rolling back over into this, fairly strong downtrend, I might add, that we were in, right? It's like price was making a slow and steady grind lower here for quite some time, nearly taking about a 50% loss just from early September to where we currently were just a couple days ago here in mid-October, all right? So it's not like that's not for nothing, coming from 12 all the way down to about 6 here over the course of, again, about a month and a half. So please be careful if you take out 843 to the downside. If it does continue higher, it really needs to be punctuated by really solid volume, so be on the lookout for volume bars that are at least on par with about 2 million shares per 30-minute bar, okay? Now that's going to wrap up the video. If you enjoyed it or learned anything new, let me know in the comments section or by giving the video a thumbs up. Don't forget our main channel is linked in the description, and all of that being said, I wish you a green trading week.